All right, everybody, Cutco Mike here. We're going to teach you about the cookware line and what comes in the sets, what comes in the packages, and what are these pieces used for. So, cameraman, let's kind of take a look here. So, you're going to notice that Cutco has a full line of what we call as 5-ply, Premier, waterless, low moisture cookware. So, there is other videos of how to use the cookware, but this video is designed to show you what comes in the set. So if you focus right here, these 4 pieces, it's going to be called the Aspiring Collection. The 4-piece Cutco starter set. You're going to get an 8-inch, what we call as an omelet, a searing, I like to call it a quesadilla warming pan. So this right here is your 8-inch. So 8 inches from diameter or from end to end. 5 layers of metal. This thing, just a little bit of butter. You can warm up your quesadillas. You can do 1 or 2 egg omelet. You can throw 1 little filet mignon on there. For bigger steaks, you're gonna need a bigger fry pan. But just to warm up some peppers, warm up some onions, do a little sauce, do an omelet, do an egg, do 1 little piece of meat or 2. This is gonna be your go-to starter piece. Then what we have here is a 2-quart. I call this your medium-sized saucepan. So this right here, you can do a smaller portion of noodles. You can do a smaller portion of what I call as a side item. So in America, we like our 2 sides and a protein. So if you're gonna warm up some green beans or broccoli or a small thing of noodles, this right here, all you need is a cup of water to steam your veggies. So that's a 2-quart. And then what we have here is the Workhorse. This comes in pretty much all the sets. This is the 11.5-inch skillet. I call this the tank. It's got a nice high wall on it here. You could fit 4 burgers, 4 smaller steaks, 2 big steaks, so 2 like New York strips or 2 ribeyes, 4 fillets, probably get 5 fillets if they're the 6 to 8-ounce fillets. You could take frozen chicken breast and cook it in here. You can make a cake inside of here. You can make a pizza inside of here. Obviously, there's recipes and things that you want to find or reach out to me for, but this is your 11.5-inch skillet. And then this one actually has the lid that comes with the 6 3/4 Dutch oven bottom. So with this right here, once you put that lid on there, it locks in all the juice. You can do like stir fry in here. So it's basically a skillet with a high wall. My go-to uses are going to be meats with this one. So your burgers, your chicken, your steak, and then if you want to do the pineapple upside down cake in here, you got that. So you have the lid here that will actually transfer over to the 6.3-quart Dutch oven bottom. So this right here is what we'll use for our bigger pasta sauces, doing a bigger serving of mac and cheese, noodles, spaghetti, chili. You could put about 12 to 16 ears of corn in here with the high dome, which will be in the next set. But if you want to cut the corn in half, you could fit about 16 half ears of corn in here. But this is your Workhorse here for your bigger servings of your bigger soups, chilies, pastas. So those 4 pieces make up the Aspiring set. One big play on Cutco is using the metal tools. So if you actually have me as your rep, we usually include these metal tools with our package. But if you don't have these yet, or you bought the cookware and your rep didn't include them with the deal, reach out to me. I'd love to help you out, give you a cookware sale price on these. But these are designed to actually serve, to clean, and to actually make your life easier because they have the little lip on there. So real quick overview, this is your slotted turner. I'll use this for your burgers, getting underneath that quesadilla, getting underneath that omelet. Your basting spoon there for serving and mixing. Then your ladle, this will be for your chilies, your soups, and we'll get in there and you get a nice serving piece. So these will never fall into your pan, which is nice, and these will not burn or melt until they hit about 375 degrees. Then you have your slotted spoon, which is going to be to drain out those green beans, that corn, so you can get out that excess juice. And then this one here is called the mixer. So a lot of people say, what is that thing right there? It's basically 3 items in one. So you have a 12-point contact whisk or mixer, or if you bend it around here, you actually will have your full kind of traditional whisk for mixing your sauces, your roux, and you're pre-mixing your pancake batter. And then you could also use it as a little scraper there too if you need to. So that's your whisk. These are the 5-piece kitchen tools. If you order cookware from me, we usually include those with the package price, depending on what size you get, but those are essential for the cookware. All right, so you got your 4 pieces here. That's your Aspiring, an 8-inch fry pan, 11.5-inch skillet, a 6.3-quart Dutch bottom or a sauce stock pot in a way, and then your 2-quart little noodle pasta side pot. Okay, now you move down here. Once you go to the dedicated set, you're going to get what we call as the high dome. You can use this as another pan. It will wobble just a little bit because it's not truly flat. It is flat, but once you get some pasta in there, it will wobble a little bit. But if you need an extra serving of spaghetti, you can use it as a pot. But this is designed for the 6.3 quart, so you can actually do a roast in there. You can actually do the corn standing up. I've actually fit about 16 to 18 full sticks of corn standing up, and all you need is a cup of water for that. And if you're running out of burners, or maybe you're an RVer, or if you have one burner, you're a simple liver, you got a tiny home, or you run out of burners for Thanksgiving, you can actually stack cook. So you could do your chicken or roast in here, and you can warm up your side of veggies in there. Okay, so that's the high dome that comes with the dedicated, which I always say, it's not going to be used all the time, but what I use it for too is I like to store my lids in there, and I'll keep that with all my lids stored in there if you're running out of space, okay? So I'll show you a few other pointers here in a minute. Okay, so the dedicated set gets you the 4 originals, and then you get the high dome. Now you're gonna get the Workhorse. This is the 10-inch, what I call is your searing, sauteing, your Workhorse. This is what the restaurants use, and you'll see here if you zoom in, cameraman. This is my pan. It's about 15 years old, and those are surface scratches. It's not gonna ruin any cooking, construction, but if you actually look at your pan, you want it to be used and abused, but that's the worst your pan will look. Obviously, you can do 2 steaks in here, a chicken breast or 2. You could do a burger or 2. This is kind of more your everyday pan if it's just husband and wife, or if you just need a real quick go-to 10-inch. So anything from meats to veggies to sauteing to warming up quesadillas to making sauces to also butter basting, pan searing, that's your 10-inch. And then here's your 3-quart. This is the one that I like the most for your sauce pots because this will get you more depth. So you can fit a full thing of noodles in there, a full box of noodles, full box of mac and cheese. You can load that up with 2 or 3 vegetables and steam your broccoli, steam your carrots. And all you need is a half a cup of water. And you can steam it with just putting the veggies in there, or you can put the steamer in there because that does come with the next set called the dedicated. You could do pot stickers, you could do fish, you could do broccoli, where you just put the water in the bottom. Now you put your steamer in there, and you'll perfectly steam your veggies in about 10 to 12 minutes. Or what I call this is an expensive colander. So you can actually pour your noodles in there and drain them out with your strainer there, okay? So that's your 3-quart with the steamer insert. Excuse me, I'm getting excited for you. Actually, we'll leave that there. And then you get what you call your little sidearm. This is your little sidearm. Like last night, I just made nacho night. I warmed up my cheese in there. This is gonna be a great little pot if you're gonna do like just 1 can of green beans, 1 can of black beans, 1 can of something. This is a perfect size, a 1.5 quart, your Workhorse. So you got the 1.5 quart, the 3-quart, and then you have the 2-quart there in the aspiring. So once again, if you want to keep your little pot here, you can put your lids in there like that. And then what's nice about that? Okay, now we're going to move up to the accomplished, what I call is the family set. That's where you get everything you see here. And then they're going to add what they call is the Sunday morning fry pan, or the Workhorse, and the bigger servings fry pan. So this one here is 12 inches. I like to do my salmon on here, and then I'll finish it in the oven. About 400 degrees, these pans can go up to. You can broil with them, you can sear with them. You can fit a good amount of steak on there. You can fit about 4 to 6 eggs if you're gonna do an omelet. Probably a lot more than that if you really wanna get this thing loaded up. So this is gonna be for searing meats, sauteing, bigger portions, breakfast, Sunday morning, brunch, loaded up with breakfast sausages, loaded up with sausage links. You can throw eggs on there. So cooking eggs on this, you're just gonna wanna preheat it, throw some butter down, let that butter melt, get your pan warmed up for a minute or 2, and then obviously use your metal tools to get underneath that omelet or get underneath that egg. So now you're gonna get another, what we call a skillet. So this is a 9-inch skillet, and people go, what do I need 2 skillets for? Well, if you got a family or you're cooking, or you just buy the set, it comes with it. This thing actually, my buddy Olean had this one in his collection. We were cooking at his house, and I squeezed 4 6-ounce filet mignons in here, but it's designed for a 1 or a 2 portion cook. So like 2 medium-sized chicken breasts, not the real big ones you get from Walmart, but you can get 2 chicken breasts next to each other. You get 1 big steak in there. Or if you just want to use it as another little side pot for making some vegetables or a side sauce or warming up something. So that's your 9-inch skillet. And then you're going to get what we call the double boiler insert. This is the only thing that's not labeled Cutco. I had a customer thought it was a dog bowl. He's going to throw it away. So this is what you actually put inside of the 3-quart if you want to melt cheese. So I know I said I melted cheese last night with that. That was my quick to grab piece. But if you want to melt cheese or chocolate, or you want to make a sauce and not have it burn, you pour a cup of water in there, medium heat, let that get cooking. You put that in there, you put your chocolate melts in there, you put your cheese in there, and you'll get a perfectly cooked, what we call is a cheese melt, a chocolate melt, a sauce, fondue night. So instead of going to Cheesecake Factory, you can do it right there at home for Valentine's Day. So that is your dog bowl or your double boiler insert, and that is sold separately, but it does come with our accomplished set, okay? So if you look down here, this would be everything that comes in your accomplished set. And then the extra piece that I do usually include would be the potato masher. And this thing is built like a tank. It's completely flat. So if you're going to be doing mashed potatoes, this thing right here will give you a perfectly nice flat mash. Smash burgers, that's a great little tool. And I don't have it here, but they make what we call as a food press, which all the way flat, it looks like this. And you could use that as a bacon press or a food press. That does come with the cookware set. So I should have had it here for the video, but it will be a surprise to you if you get the set. All right, so now we got the legacy pieces. The legacy pieces are the big 3 most expensive pieces. This is your wok, and the last time I checked, I believe it's a 7.3 quart. And I've actually done chili in here. I've done stir fry. I've done corn. I've done fettuccine. It's basically like a big stock pot, but it's got a flat bottom here. And this actually temperature will cook evenly through the whole sidewalls. So you can get your eggs in there, you can get your rice over here, you can get your noodles, you can get your ground beef, whatever you're doing, and then you can mix it together and make a stew, make a jambalaya, make a gumbo, make a fettuccine. But it's a great pan, so you can get in there and really get some nice mixing and serving. And then the heat source will be right here naturally on your woks. But with the Cutco, the heat source is through the whole pan. Then you put that lid on there, it'll get it cooking from the top down, sides in. So that's gonna be more of your gourmet, your Asian cooking, stir fry, your bigger portions. And it's just a fun piece. Making lettuce wraps, making, like I said, fettuccine, pasta. All right, now you got your 10 quart. This is the big boy here, and this big boy is a great pot for doing canning, doing chili. I call it the most expensive popcorn maker. It makes the best popcorn, real popcorn. It's the deepest and the biggest pot we make. It's 10 quarts. But yeah, anything from chili to pasta to soup to canning to warming up a bigger portion of something or butter basting. So what I call is this thing is to basically submerge your shrimp, your lobster, and you soak it in butter, and that is what I call is a nice butter baptism. And then we have our flat griddle here to kind of finish up. This thing's great, and then usually you want to add this piece, or depending on the deal, I include it. This is our little turn and serve, and this is sold extra, but you can put this in your metal kitchen tools. But this is your flat griddle, 5 layers of metal. You can load it up with breakfast links, breakfast sausages. You could do grilled cheese, pancakes. You could do burgers on there, gyros, anything you can think of. It's got a nice little lip, so it'll keep the juice and it'll keep all the grease in there. And then you can clean it and then serve with this one or with your slotted turner, okay? And then these are actually something I've sold quite a bit of. Cutco came to us about a couple years ago and said, we want to make the best non-stick fry pan. So what we found is still 50% of people, probably 60 to 70% of people still use a coated pan. So they went to the company that makes all of our cookware here, and they said, make us the best non-stick fry pan that's going to last, that's going to take out all the major bad chemicals. So these actually come with what I call my platinum set, or I usually include 1 or 2 of these depending on the size of the set. But this is your 8-inch, your true non-stick pan. You don't really need any butter or any oil. You can still use butter or oil. The only thing about these, they don't have the true Cutco Forever guarantee. They have a lifetime guarantee against the handles, the rivets, warping, and the coating peeling. They just don't guarantee it against scratches. So you don't want to use these on the coated, but the 8-inch is great for your little 1 or 2 egg omelets. This is my workhorse for doing my sauteing, for doing my eggs, do my pancakes, or something where I don't want to preheat it as fast and long, and I don't want to have to worry about putting butter or oil down. And then you have the 12-inch. So one more time, cameraman here, let's just take it a quick one last walk down. You have the griddle, your 3 non-stick coated Cutco partnership fry pans, the walk-in cover, the 10-quart stock pot, the double boiler or dog bowl, the steamer insert or colander, the 12-inch fry pan, your potato masher, your 9-inch skillet, your 1.5 quart, your 3 quart, your 10-inch, your lids, which do come with all the pots, your high dome that would actually go on top of here, your 11.5-inch skillet lid, your tools, your 8-inch, and your 2 quart. So guys, feel free to reach out. I'm always on my phone. Text me, email me, Facebook me. I'd love to help you. Love to help you master this cookware. Love to give you ideas of what we use it for. We use every single piece throughout the month. Some we use more than others. We have our go-tos. I would say my 3 most popular pieces I grab every day is this one here, the 10-inch fry pan or the 10-inch non-stick, and then like the 3 quart right here, the 3 quart. So if you're going to start with a few, it's going